then ship you off to war to kill. It's something you never asked for. Something you can't.
It's Monday, January 19th. You tuned into the People's Patriot Project, WeP3 Weekly Debrief. Right now, you're listening to WeP3 Radio, proudly produced in partnership with Reach Across America Radio. Together, we share a mission to remember the fallen, honor those who have served, and teach future generations the value of freedom. Freedom, bought and paid for by the brave men and women who have worn our communities and national uniform. Stay tuned to the WeP3 Weekly Debrief. Now playing on WeP3 Radio, Michael Allen, War Machine.
Now this is where we will live. Oh, and this is where we'll fight. We spend hours playing chess, trying to stay one step ahead.
Left, your left, hey. Left, right, your left. You got it.
Thank you for joining in today with Andrea Eichmann and Mark Peterson of the People's Patriot Project for this week's WeP3 Debrief. Find out what our crew has been working on to help support those who have given some and all to the pursuit of liberty and freedoms across Minnesota and the United States. Watch, listen, and support as we create the beacon of hope and opportunity in today's society that needs its heroes. Are you a veteran, first responder, or a patriot looking for a place to put your skill set, your thoughts, and or want to help continue the mission? You have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we want to be the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always seen. We want to be part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to the WeP3 Debrief. Here's Andrea and Mark letting you know the mission. And as always, Patriot Pride.
Boom, here we go.
Hello. I feel like I've been gone forever. Oh my gosh. Hi.
What's going on?
There's Frank too. Yay. And he's sitting upright. Woo. Woo. How are you feeling, Frank?
I'm better. The pills that they gave me are really good, but when they start to wear down, it doesn't help much. But
how long can you take those?
I got buddies who are going through a lot worse. So.
Wow, you two have both said that to me today. That's crazy. That's crazy. Similar things, anyhow. Anyway, all right. Well, I'm going to do my normal welcome, even though I'm busy talking to Frank. Welcome, everybody. This is the People's Patriot Project production and producing team. And we are here on Monday at 16:35 to bring you our weekly debrief. Weekly debrief. Oh, I was on the wrong one. I was on last week's debrief, which is probably bound to happen since I wasn't here. Anyway. So with our debrief, we are here to tell you what we have been up to, what's coming up, and we'll talk about our guests from last night. Am I freezing up a bit, you guys? Am I okay?
You're good.
Okay.
No more than normal.
Ah, I am kind of freezing-ish, kind of ish. Should we say hi, and thanks to our sponsors really quick, let me just say, and I got a nice little message from Mr. Derek Iozio of Catch 22 Peer Support Group. The godfather of the People's Patriot Project runs this group. Hello, Jeremy. I see you and I hear you. It's good to see you today, bud. So Derek Iozio, the godfather of the People's Patriot Project, runs Catch 22 Peer Support and the Warriors group as well. Another peer support group, but they had a coffee club today. I almost joined them since I was at home. Isn't that crazy? And then we have, maybe I'll catch them, Cup of Joe, it's called. Maybe I'll catch them tomorrow. I'll text you, Frank, and see what you're doing. I think Peterson has to actually work tomorrow. Welcome all of you that didn't have to work today. In honor of Martin Luther King Jr., I witnessed his daughter speaking today. She was on the news channel. She's on the news every year on this day here in the Twin Cities, and sharing her message of her father's quest. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. And then let me tell you a little bit about Jonathan. Oh my gosh, Peterson. Wills. Jonathan Wills. Uh-oh.
It's Wills.
Jonathan Wills. I think there was a delay. Oh, sorry. Forget that. I'll tell you about Jonathan Wills and Stephen Rainwater in just a minute. I did not talk about what you just had up there, which was Operation Texas Strong. You guys, Bobby and Peggy Kretzinger are always busy out there collecting used RVs, gently used and used. If they can be fixed up and used again, they will take your RVs and put homeless veterans, and they are down there in Texas. Weatherford, Texas is their base, and it doesn't matter because we've helped people with them in Florida, South Carolina, Colorado, or New Mexico, and up here in the cities, but that was a whole different kind of thing. But here's what I wanted to tell you about, and I keep seeing this guy putting his ads out there, and I appreciate Mr. Stephen Rainwater and Jonathan Wills from the Business Growth Engine. I tell you what, these guys, they are so incredibly gifted with what they do. I am not easily amazed, and I am truly amazed at what they do and how they do it and how quickly they do it. So thank you to all of them for being part of us at this time and helping us and actually becoming part of us, which will become super visible in the very near future, the new future and the near future. Let's take a look at this from WeP3 Radio. Every Sunday night at 11 p.m. Eastern, you can check in and hear the We Got Your 6 at 6 show from the previous week. So in case you missed a show ever, you can catch the audio on Reads Across America Radio. Thank you to Reads Across America Radio for that support and platform to share the message. They've got a lot of shows. I just caught a couple others. There's a women's veterans one the other day that I checked into that's kind of a fun, I can't say fun. It was fun for a minute, but it was pretty serious as well. So there are our sponsors and our ads. Peterson, you want to talk about what we do here at the People's Patriot Project?
Well, we do all the things. We support veterans and first responders. That's the mission. We're not quite at our flagship mission where we have the facility that we want to have to accommodate all the needs. But in the meantime, we bring recognition and knowledge and create a base set of information. We have our weekly podcast. We got your 6 at 6. We have the Debrief, which is the live stream. We don't put it in the podcast. We have our radio station called WeP3 Radio. And then we do our recalibration retreats where we take and put veterans into spaces that are a little bit more functional for what they need for the minute. And then we also accommodate the needs and asks of veterans and first responders. We do have a bigger vision that includes education, therapy on all levels, physical, emotional, cognitive, mental. But ultimately, our job is to be available, to be the beacon, and to create a message that draws veterans and first responders into a space and realizes, A, there's value, B, there is resources, there is support, and gosh darn it, it's better having you around than not having you around. So,
and that is a great message at the end. Thank you. Wow, good message. And you know what? If you didn't hear something that you need help with listed, never be afraid to send a message and throw out the ask. That if there's something that we can't give to you, we will connect you with somebody that can help. That's not just to say you can walk you through the door and hand us your want, but we will work with you to figure out what needs to happen. Last night was a pretty strong show, I have to say. And Peter said I was going to congratulate you because as I downloaded it today, 2 hours on the nose. So I can make a few cuts and it'll be ready to roll. Thank you for that.
Ready to roll.
Woo!
Yeah, there might be some bleeping.
I got a couple messages on that. I missed.
You were gone when that song came up.
Well,
is it in the song
it's
too?
It's in the song. It's
okay.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to the whole entire
Well, if I sing Mary Had a Little Lamb and throw some extra in there, I'm good.
I think
it's not how it works. It is actually the lyrics of the song.
Huh.
But we can get into that. I mean, we don't want to drop the ball right yet because I know Frank does the musicians here in a minute. He can share.
We only have one.
We
had 2 songs.
2 songs. Yeah. We had 3 songs last night, Frank.
Yeah, but Scotty wasn't on the show.
No, he wasn't.
Wish he
you can
was.
talk about him if you want to. You can. We do have to get him in here for you to talk to and meet him, Frank.
Well, I've gone back and forth with him on Facebook on some stuff. He wouldn't remember me, but seems like a pretty good guy. I want to meet everybody.
You want to meet everybody?
Yeah.
There's high chance we're going to meet
That's
everybody.
my goal before I die. I want to meet everybody.
Oh, before you die? I don't know who
I might be living to about 230.
Well, there's more coming, brother. There's more coming.
Can you imagine what you would look like if you were 230 years old? Ugh.
You're leaving the door wide open for me, Frank.
Well, I look like death warmed over right now, but
No.
A lot better than I did yesterday.
Well, yeah, I can't argue with that. Well, you looked okay. You just were flat on your back. No
It's the
fun.
only spot to keep the room from spinning around.
I can't. I've only had very few like little touches of that, and I can't imagine a full blown episode. That just would not be.
This is the longest one I've had.
This is the longest what you've had?
Out of vertigo.
Oh.
Remember the old Alfred Hitchcock movie? Vertigo?
Don't know that I do.
Oh man, you gotta look that one up. That's pretty darn realistic.
Is there a movie on Vertigo?
Well. Yeah, it's called Vertigo.
Interesting.
Forgot who it had in it. They're pretty popular actors and actresses from back then, but doubt anybody'd know their name now.
Were they all in black and white?
Alfred Hitchcock? Yes.
Yeah,
I think so.
Well, wait. Is Cujo one of his movies, or is that a
that's Stephen King.
Yeah.
Or Stephen King? Oh, look who's in the house too. We have Jeremy and Pamela. Hi, Pam. It's very good to see you. You've been busy. I'm jealous.
That's doctor to you. That's doctor to you.
I know, Dr. Arnell. We should I really want to get to Nashville. I did look at flights to Nashville, either at the end of my recovery or during spring break, and it was like $141 round trip.
Oh.
But it's also sun country, so you take a little chance on,
Are you flying in the back with the luggage?
You're just, well, I can do that, but you take a chance on when you might be getting there or taking off from somewhere, and hopefully you don't have a layover, because that's just a whole new. I can't
do that. There's people used to do those Space A flights, and I couldn't do that either, because you never knew if you're going to be able to get on or when you're going to go.
I think I've done a couple, do they call them bump flights? Companion, whatever they were. Like, I had a few friends that worked there, that you just go up there and wait, and if there was a seat, you could go, but it might not be both of you. It might not be today. And I'm like, okay, there is a point where waiting is just enough for me. But still.
Standby list.
Standby, yes, that's it. Yep. I quite honestly have thought about, for a second job, looking at being I would call it a stewardess, but I can't say that today.
Yeah.
What did you just say?
I thought about being a flight attendant as a second job. I know you can't just work in the summer, but I would work in the summer, and then I would pick up some weekends if they would let me.
Why can't you say stewardess anymore?
I think it's not PC.
Why? It doesn't make any sense.
Isn't that that's
female flight attendants? And
I would be a stewardess. Yes, indeed. I just will not give anybody else a name.
Would be a steward.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my gosh, you guys are crossing some.
I was just going to ask another question, but I'll just leave it right there. I'll leave it just right there. Pamela, we should do it together and try to get on the same flights. That would be fun. I've met some of the, and I've traveled enough in my adult life to have this opinion. And there are just some people that are just so graciously serving and attending. I was going to say stewarding or attending or whatever you want to say. And then there are some that are like, I don't think she heard me. I don't know if she knows I'm on this plane. I don't know if there's water on this
Yeah,
plane.
keep ringing
like,
that buzzer.
yeah, where's my person? I'll pay for my drink. Oh, that's another thing about Sun Country, Pamela. Sun Country, they serve Minnesota products, which, by the way, not all of Minnesota is Minneapolis. And there's some really cool things like right in Minneapolis. What's the brewery that they Surly. They have Surly beers. And there's a couple other breweries. I think they shoot. Anyway, and distilleries and Caribou Coffee. So let's talk about this, Pamela. We're gonna see if that will work. You guys should talk about. Somebody might think that I haven't talked to adults much lately.
Is this like med induced or what's going on, man? This is like the most random anything we've ever done ever, and it's like there's not even a spot to interject. And then Andrea reflecting on the fly, because it's like one of my favorite quotes. I was pondering this today.
Oh, let's hear some of Peterson's thoughts now.
This fixes all the problems in the world we live in, but no one is willing to accommodate our buffering right now.
Oh, there we go. Willing to accommodate.
It is better to keep your mouth closed and let people think you're a fool than to open it and remove all doubt. And so about 3 minutes ago, Andrea hit the brakes a little bit because she was going to get into her rabbit hole here, which is good. It's good. But this is literally what we need to be saying to everyone that's speaking. Everyone. I also want to know, when you are speaking factually from whatever platform you're standing from, I literally want to know the source. Mm-hmm. Where did you hear it? Where did you see it? And because here's the deal, and I don't care what side of the aisle you stand on, I don't care. There is so much parroting, 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 where people are just repeating what other people are saying. And that's the detriment of social media. Because that's all that is a share. And no one has fact-checked a thing that's been put out there.
See, that's why I don't talk about facts. My story did not need facts. I was just telling them it is a fact that I've thought about being a flight attendant. Okay.
Why did you get rid of Jeremy's?
I put it up there like 3 times because I think it's freaking funny. Thank you, Jeremy.
It is funny. It's like Tweedledee and Tweedledum up here. That's what's going on.
Listen, Peterson, what you were just talking on, which is interesting, and I'll give some background to anyone watching. We have a person in common that is a highly intelligent person, very intelligent person. And I give creds to this intelligence. This person may lean one way or the other, but there was something posted the other day and I was like, what? Is this for real? So before I say a word, before I take a snapshot, I go look and I say, is this really true that this? And then do you think I believe the AI answer? AI told me I was dying if I mixed my magnesium with my something. And then I checked 2 other sources and it's not true. So I don't just, I go look, I try to find some trusted sources, some middle of the road kind of sources. I'd be a great middle of the road person because I can't make up my mind half the time. But listen, this person all out shared this post and it was ridiculously not true. Part of it was true. Part of it was 1000% true, but the part that was meant to be hurtful and calling other people stupid, not true at all. Nothing true to it at all. And I was mad because I trusted that person and I respected that person, and my respect just, it sucks. It drops, and it hurts my heart.
I am struggling. I mean, I'm struggling with comments. I'm not struggling with it, but like just the levels of common sense. If you would have told me that we would be dealing with the stuff we're dealing with right now 20 years ago, I mean, that we would be like, this is what you're gonna face this. I'm like, there's no effing way. We are a civilized, educated society. If you would have told me that, there would be like, I get the holy wars kind of stuff. I do get those. What I don't get is, Russia and Ukraine. I don't get that one at all. That one blows me away. The fact that there has been a conflict in that nature for, I think we're going on 4 years now, it just blows me away. And then what's happening in the United States and some of the subject matter, and again, it's hard not to get into the political, but it's like, what is going on? We are educated, smart, and again, I'll be honest, this is my other piece. This is why I said, it's better to keep your mouth shut to let people think you're a fool than to open and remove all doubt. I don't know that I know enough about anything to be an authority, to be honest with you. I don't know I know of anything that I'm like, hey, I can tell you. Now, I can tell you some bits and pieces, and I have some opinions, but I definitely am not an authority in any space whatsoever. Do I have a lot of knowledge and understanding about veterans, their plights, and where they're going? Absolutely. I have a lot of understanding. Can I speak to absolutely every nuance to it? No, I cannot. Do I have a good heart and a mind that wants to grow and learn? And the version of me tomorrow, do I want to be better? Yes. And ultimately, I want to help others have a successful round the sun experience. But at the same time, I mean, we've got a veteran right now who's not very happy with me. We're into him for about $6,000 over a course of 2 years. And I don't even think it's been 2 years, to be honest with you.
I don't think so. 1.5 years, maybe.
And not great decision after not great decision after not great decision. And then for some reason thinks that we're going to sit on the sideline. Not even on the sideline. We are going to be pushed behind everyone else so he can go do what the fun things. And then when he poops the bed again, he reaches out to us and says, hey, can you bail me out again? And then is mad that we have an opinion on this. Wants to call me out in the text, but doesn't have the balls to pick up the phone, which I've called him multiple times. In less than 24 hours, an implication or implied statement of you're not doing enough for me was given. And I'm like, oh, okay. Let's talk about this. What do I owe you? What have I asked of you? How many times have you dropped the ball? Now, here's the deal. He did make a statement. He said, hey, if you could do this money for me, help me in this space, I will work it off. Well, bud, that's not how it works for us. We don't expect anything from when we give. That's not a part that we do. We make a decision as a group. I don't make a decision when it comes to this stuff. I put it into our board. We have a discussion. They decide we can do this. We can't. Sometimes that decision is based off of what is in the bank account. That's another nuance that we have a whole nother subject matter that we can talk about in that space too, because we have a group of people in the world that want to give, but they don't want to do the work to get the funds in the bank. That becomes a problem for the national level of WeP3. We got to figure those pieces out. And so anyway, we do not ask those that we have helped to return anything in favor, in give back, in anything. It's like giving money to your family. Now, you are an absolute fool if you give money to anyone in your family. Give your money to anybody. If you give resources to anyone in the world, you're a fool to think in your mind, I'm going to give it back, unless you have a contract that says this is that. And I've always made that a thing in my life, that if I give it, I'm giving it because I have it, and I'm giving it because, and I'm not expecting it back.
That was like some of my dad's, that was life lessons. I remember him, because I'm a very sharing soul. And I remember my dad saying one time, you just don't ever loan anything, money or clothes or food.
Anything.
You just don't loan it if you actually expect to get it back. Like if you need it back. If you need $100 and if I don't need that back, I will freely and gladly give it to you. But if I expect it back, then you just probably shouldn't give it, because it's this is a bonus then if it comes back, and it wrecks a trust system if you do expect it to come back. So I just
this ain't about me, not about me at all. But I've made it my mission and my passion to serve that if I borrow something and utilize it, and it comes back in better condition. I got a buddy who borrowed me a Sawzall. I bought him a whole pack of blades. I cleaned it up. I blew it all out after I was done. It was dirty when I got it. I don't care. He's borrowing it to me. But I made sure, and he got a whole kit. Thank you. Thank you for letting me borrow that. Now I'm giving it back to you in better condition, and hopefully you can use it longer. You can borrow it out to others, or you know what? If I ever need a Sawzall again, I can come back to you, and it's available. And you know what? If those saw blades aren't there, not a big deal. I'll buy you another set of saw blades, because that's the cheap side of this stuff. No, I don't get it. Maybe I don't know that I was taught this by my parents. This is Jesus. Jesus taught me this. It was in the Bible somewhere. Clean up your campsite when you leave. I learned that. I drove my kids every time we went to the park. Like my kids, my foster kids, all the kids. Every time we went to the park, and there was garbage around our campsite or in our space, we always made sure that garbage picked up, whether it was ours or not, when we left.
That's why yep. My gosh, we prided ourselves when my kids were wrestlers. The wrestling moms, you hang out with people like you, and we all had the same mentality. Like the last match would finish, people would start clearing the bleachers, and our janitorial staff here in town would be like, I don't even have to clean. I mean, they pay me to stay here till 8:00, but you guys take away my job, so I can go get something else done. That's good. He goes, but you moms, you clean like you weren't even here. And I'm like, well, and we're trying to teach our kids the same thing. I mean, you do it by example, but nope, that's not how a lot of the world thinks. And
No.
Look, I want to get back to Pam's comment here. Too many people have big ego problems, and think only about themselves. It's sad. They post things to get reactions. We just need to be ourselves and let God guide us. And I'm 1,000%. I'm just going to ride your coattails today. You just keep sending me some advice, Pam. Well, not me. Everybody sending us comments that it's the entitlement, the ego, the what did these parents do to some of these kids? Like the confidence they have. Like, so you're 14 and I'm 50 plus, and you're going to tell me how to do my job I've been doing for 15 years in this room? Like, thank you. I appreciate that. I'll be waiting for your the improvements to be finished by tomorrow. So let's get this boat in the water. And they're like, what are you talking about, Ms. Eichmann? I'm like, well, you clearly have the best answer. I need you to chop, get it done so we can move forward. But it is, I don't know. Even when it comes down to testing, I always tell these kids, like, if you can just show, because then those are usually the same kids that don't want to do any of the work because they already know it and they got a better way to do it. And I'm always like, you have to show me. If you are that good at it, that's great. Let's all stop wasting our time. We don't have to, I'll take out all the lessons that include commas. If you can just show me you know how to use commas. Show me. Now we'll cut it out, cut it right out of the lessons. We'll do something fun. We'll write a classroom book, but until you can show me, I can't believe you. So, or I don't say that. I say I don't know. Until you can show me, I just don't know. And then I want to go back to this, and this can be like my closing remarks on a Sunday night. But
what's going on here?
I know I'm getting back to this thing, and I was trying to find our beacon light because what, to your point earlier, like, we just want to be the beacon. Like, that's hold on. Here it is. Oh, now I have everything on here. Very good. But like the beacon, it's what we strive to be. And so to our points before, we, I don't know, we got to hold ourselves above. I can't tell you, I'm not even a keyboard warrior. I don't even want, I will read comments on posts and laugh my butt off. And I'll think, oh my gosh, I just want to say this, but I won't, because I won't step in that water. It could be poo water. It could be parfum. I don't know, but I'm not stepping in it unless it's a barrel full of puppies. Then I'll step right in there with them. But other than that,
step in a barrel of puppies? That is
not
the meanest
on
thing
them.
I've ever heard.
The barrel
Gosh,
with them.
what kind of human being are you?
I knew you would just go, oh, different.
Live on this. Andrea's stepping on puppies.
Stepping in the barrel with them. Not the barrel of fish, but the barrel of puppies. Okay. Well, that was my 2 cents worth. That's what I got. But I need to let you guys talk about the show last night because we had a couple cool guests last night.
We did.
Do we even have a sheet, you guys? Did I even make a sheet?
That's a good question, Ms. Eichmann.
I honestly don't think I did. I don't even know the date today.
So we had Miss Crystal Cochran, who is part of 22 Too Many. And that's a lie, because yes, she's part of 22 Too Many, but she is also part of Stop Soldier Suicide. She helps run her local boots on the ground organization, Jackson County Veterans Organization. She listed about 8 things, and then she turns around and said, hey, Mark, what can we do? What can I do to help you? If there's anything at all, I want to be part of what you guys are doing. And I'm like, oh, man. Can you do our weekly show sheets? I didn't do it.
I just admitted on our worldwide show that it's a fail. I failed that one.
We heard you wanted to step on puppies. We heard.
Maybe she'd like to do the news.
No, she would not like to do the news. Frank. You realize we had Frank and Frankie, sometimes Franco, on last night?
I did.
When I was
noticed.
growing up, my aunts and uncles all called me Frankie.
Really?
And I can't tell you how much I didn't like that. But I
From
understand
them or
somebody.
just the word Frankie? Like you didn't like our guest last night because his name was
No, I
Frankie?
loved our guest. He's a great guy. He can.
It was fun.
Anybody else can be called whatever they want. I don't care. It doesn't
Okay.
bother me. But when I hear it, it's like, ugh. Reminds me
Go
of
back
growing
to
up
that.
and my aunts and uncles. I was the oldest namesake in the family. So my father was the first male child to have a son. And so I carried the name. And so even my grandfather, he would get on me.
So Miss Cochran is a Gold Star mother.
What a great person.
Had a conversation with her post show because there's some people, man, and I get it, and I've had conversations in all camps. There is a strong contingency of people who don't believe that people that have committed suicide belong in the Gold Star ranks. It's not mine to carry. I mean, do I have an opinion? I do have an opinion, but there are some people that have created another organizational level called the Green Star, and those are people who have committed suicide. There's some people who've committed suicide in service and out of service, and it just there's just so many conversations. I don't. Do I understand the reason why people care about it? I do. I understand the reason. But it's not mine to carry. Do I have a death in my family to suicide from a service member that he chose to take his own life. And I don't know that I've even really claimed Gold Star status. That is not important to me. And again, if that's important to whoever is, Miss Cochran says I'm a Gold Star mother. Yes. There's a piece that she didn't really say. There was one graphic moment during the show last night that she talked about it, but her husband literally took his life in front of her in the front yard. And it just alters every part of my person knowing that someone had to go through that. And what made things, and again, you don't push, you don't drive it, but with you is what I say. And I shared why I use with you. I learned that when my mother passed of cancer. It happened so fast. Found out literally in January, and she was gone the first week of February. Someone came to me, and again, it's kind of like that. Thank you for your service, where it's like, yeah, and I don't do that. Thank you very much, but that phrase and statement means nothing to me. But someone came to me and said, "Sorry for your loss," and I'm like, no. Don't be sorry for my loss, man. I've watched people live with cancer for years and years and years and suffer and just agonizing. My grandmother died of cancer and watched her. It took years. And I watched another grandmother die of Alzheimer's and took years, and just the suffering and struggling and the weight it put on the family. I'm celebrating my mother's life. And the fact that it went so fast. And so I adopted with you at that time. That was when I said it's important. My thoughts, my heart, I will stand with you. I will be by your side. I will do what you need. I am with you. And I don't say the sorry thing. I think sorry is an overused word. There's a couple of words in life that I feel are overused. Sorry is one of them. One of the things that drives me absolutely nuts is when an adult tells a kid, well, you should go tell them you're sorry. That's not real. That's not real. Go share what you want. Whatever. All right. I'm all over the place. But so my heart's broken for Miss Cochran. But something that should have devastated her and destroyed her, made her stronger, built her into something that doesn't give up. And she is in the constant move of helping and supporting veterans in so many areas. And so that was our guest last night. What an absolute blessing.
And we had our musical guest, Frankie Perez. He'd rather go by that, so it's fine by me. Mm-hmm. He is with the Guitars for Vets, which is a great organization. They have a program where if a vet wants to learn how to play a guitar, they'll give him one and provide lessons and other things that go along with it. Well, he happens to be a musician as well. He's a veteran. He played 2 songs last night, and they were both cover songs. One was Hurt by the 9 Inch Nails with Johnny Cash. And then there was Creep, and that was by Radiohead, I believe.
Yep.
I've heard the song over and over again, but I don't know the band much. But both the songs were great. I personally liked Hurt more because I'm familiar with the Johnny Cash version. And I think Frankie did a great job of putting emotion into the song, just like Johnny Cash did when he was singing it. So I really appreciated both those songs. And we had Scotty Hastings' song. Of course, that's one of my favorite songs of all time because it features Dolly Parton. One of my absolute favorite.
Her birthday today. Happy birthday, Dolly Parton.
Happy birthday, Miss Dolly Parton. We love you. Everything that you do. And I just think of her like one of these great people that has gone through things and is still a brilliant light, and she just amazes me. So any song with her is automatically better for me.
Love it. I love it, love it, love it.
What do we got going on here?
Oh, what happened?
Nothing. There's no talking.
It got silent because we love Miss Dolly so much.
Mr. Shannon Book.
Shannon, I'm going to call you out for not answering my messages.
Don't do that. Don't do
I
that.
just did. I just did a little bit. Dang it, kid. I mean, I say kid because you're kind of like a little brother, but I just couldn't track you down. I was a little busy myself.
You know, I almost swore. You know we love you, dude.
It's okay.
This is where we just, you know what, we got to call in that favor. The favor. I don't know what the favor is yet.
I don't know what the favor is. I mean, the favor. Flavor. Dude, how you doing anyway? It's been a couple weeks now. Or a week? I think I was here a week ago. Wow,
Yeah,
I lost track of
been
a
couple
lot.
weeks.
They might have taken part of my brain out while they had me asleep.
I hope they did not do that.
I hope they fixed that memory part.
There's only so much people can have to give. That's just.
Dude, you can probably better watch your step. Watch your step. Now,
You young people make me smile.
It's
How about
sometimes
those
it's
bears?
hard. Oh my gosh. I was going to tell you, I was thinking about you the whole time, Frank.
Literally threw the game away.
I was what that was.
But they're
Well, I texted you.
You know what that game was? That was a game with one team who had a junior quarterback and one team that had a senior quarterback. And the senior quarterback knew how to work the ball down the field, chunk after chunk, never worrying about going for it all on one play. And then the other team has one who's all stuff and vinegar and thinks that, well, heck with it. I got this arm. I can get it out there. And instead of walking it down the field and getting another 10 yards or so you kick a game-winning field goal, he's going for it all. And guess what?
I was, and this is my fault. Maybe it was my fault. I was confident they were going to pull it out.
I thought they were too.
Well, they did in regulation. They got the game-tying touchdown with.
That's not getting it done. That's tying the game. That's
they wouldn't have been going to overtime without that, and that was one heck of a play. I mean, I don't take anything from the young man. He's got a heck of an arm, and there's times when he does things that are just amazing, and then there's times like you don't win playoff games when you throw 3 interceptions. That's just not normally going to happen.
No. I am absolutely effing disappointed in the Bills game.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the character of my superhero, he's my Cal Ripken. I've never worn a jersey with a name on it, other than my own. And because I think that's a philosophy I have.
That's arrogant. Oh my gosh. Pretty arrogant to do.
Come on. So even Cal Ripken, when I was a Cal Ripken fan, I bought a number 8 jersey, but I didn't wear it with his name on it. But Cal Ripken was my dude. I got piles and piles and piles of Cal Ripken stuff. I love baseball. I love football. Josh Allen is my Cal Ripken of this era right now. And for him to carry the weight and the load of that loss, I just don't see it. I don't see it. The guy did everything. Mr. Cook, good to see you, brother. And the Bills got robbed of it. They should be on.
I thought the guy was down.
Well, there was a play like that. Was it the Bears game?
I don't know.
Where the same thing happened and they counted it down, or was it the?
Yeah, that's the other thing. You don't know. It's not. There's no symmetry. There's no constancy in how they make calls. One game it could be a down. The other game it could be, you fumbled because you didn't carry it through going down. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they're supposed to do. Why did anybody talk about Ernie Banks? Mr. Cub. My God, he's the
Why are we
best
talking
ball
about
player of all time.
Why are we talking
Oh.
about Ernie Banks now?
Look at this. There you
Joe
go.
DiMaggio.
Yeah. Well, that's a whole nother level of the game, to be honest with you. I mean, Joe Namath, who can sit back and smoke the heater on the sideline during the Super Bowl, and goes and does this stuff. I mean, we don't have those players any longer, and you don't have the franchise names like a Cal Ripken. No one will ever be able to play 2,000 plus games again because no one stays around for a team that long.
Yeah, that's one record that'll never be broken.
Right.
It's not. I see Phil talking about having lunch with his hero,
Joe DiMaggio.
When my second daughter was born, she was born the day before my birthday. And on my birthday, I had a ticket to go to a memorabilia show where Ernie Banks was going to be there. And yes, I won the worst Father of the Year award. Well, it wasn't that bad because I did show up, but I went to see my wife and child, and then I was looking at my watch, and my wife is like, "Why you keep looking at your watch?" And I said, "Well, I kind of got a ticket." She goes, "Are you kidding me? You're not going to stay here with your daughter?" I said, "Well, yeah, I've been here, and it's, and she goes, "Get out of here." So I went, and I had my ball, and I was getting in line and going through the line, and I got to the table, and I put my ball out there, and the first guy signed it, and then Ernie Banks was the second guy, and he says, "How you doing there, young man?" He says, What brings you here?" And I said, "Well, I wanted to meet you, sir." And he says, "Well, what do you do for a living?" He says, well, I'm in the military." He says, "You're in the military?" And I said, "Yep." He says, "Come on back here." He brought me behind the table, and they sat me down next to him, and I was able to talk to him for like 30 or 45 minutes. And there was one kid who brought the ball, guy gave it to the first person, and the first person rolled it past me to Ernie Banks, and Ernie Banks is signing it. And the kid is like, "Well, what about him?" And Ernie Banks said, "What, do you know who he is?" And the kid is like, "Well, no, but he must be some famous person because he's sitting with all of you." And so Ernie said, "That's right, here, sign it." So there's a baseball out there somewhere with Ernie Banks' name, and there was two other guys there, and mine somewhere.
Nice.
And then my wife and daughter came home, and never heard the end of that one.
Yeah, we know why there's numbers on your wives now. We understand.
Well, that was my first wife.
You were the problem.
The mother of my children, and she was a fantastic mother, but boy, we did not make it as a good couple.
This is not a confessional, Frank.
Yeah, well, it's just the truth.
It's okay.
And my second wife.
No, boy, no, maybe. Talk after the show on that one.
But if I wouldn't have met my second wife and divorced her, I wouldn't have met my current wife, who I should have married from the get-go. But she was
alrighty. This next Sunday, we do have another guest coming in. We have a musician, Aaron Curtis Owen, coming back. We had him on. Gosh, I think it's been 2 years now since we've had him on.
It might have been 3. I was looking that up last week.
Yeah, it was double-digit show number.
And we had him. He kind of came along with the Scotty Frazier crew back in the day. Got to meet Mr. Owen down in in Houston for an event with Scotty Frazier. Great man, great music. Just we never have enough time to do the reconnects and all the pieces. And I know we'll have another guest here before Sunday as well. I've got a whole line of people that I just have to follow up with. If I didn't have this dumb barn door I'm trying to put up in my house, I'd probably have all this stuff done. But
sorry about that. You're working awfully hard, it sounds like, on that thing.
It's ridiculous.
I don't understand.
Well, you want things a certain way, and when you want things a certain way, but I am a homeowner that doesn't need a $400 laser level, so I get the cheap thing, and it doesn't really – it does what it says it's supposed to do, but it doesn't have the fine-tuning options. So when you got to move it a little bit to the right, it's like a 5-minute process, and so it's all – you're right, Phil Cook. It does. Everything takes time. You're down in Houston now, huh, buddy?
I know a couple of folks down in Houston.
It takes time, especially if you want it done right. Well, I mean, it's really hard when you have a vision of how you want it done, and then you just can't quite put all that vision together on your own like you just might need.
Well, just require, again, the tools are the issue. Tools, the amount of money the tools cost, and do I need to have the planer, the router? Some people do, but I'm never going to go into like full-time woodworking mode ever. I know that. So,
do you ever rent them? I remember renting like a stump grinder one time, and some sort of flooring tool. I don't know. I don't do a lot of construction, but our rental place seemed to have everything like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's not how guys operate, Andrea.
Dude. Right.
Guys want to get the job done. Guys want to get the job done. They use what they have. And if it takes 15 hours to do a job, so I did take one of the pieces that I needed. So I don't even want to get into this. We're going to listen to Frankie's song.
Frankie Perez. Yep.
Frankie Perez's song, Hurt. But so I bought a product, and this is on me a little bit. I bought a product off of Facebook Marketplace. The product was the hardware. Actually, they sold it as the barn door. And I'm like, oh, perfect. You got it all. I show up. It's just the hardware and it's in a box, a wrapped box, like from the company. They gave me the picture of a single slide barn door. This is a tandem crossover kit. The space I needed to be in is a single barn. So there's a way for me to fix it, but I needed part of the aperture to be machined a little bit. So I get hold of a metal fabrication company today. I've done this before in some other areas, like our ammo boxes. And I walk in, I say, hey, can we do this? This is what we do, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, yeah, whippity-doo, and they get it done. Yeah, right. CNC machine. Yeah, let's get it done. So the guy goes, yeah, I can do that. It is literally one cut and drilling 3 holes. He goes, well, I've got a setup fee of $60. And I'm like, whatever. Fuck, I don't care. I just swore.
I didn't hear it, though. I didn't even hear it. Don't even.
I don't know. I'm like, fine, whatever. I got to get this done anyway. So I get this thing in it. Yeah. And then the next part doesn't fit. And so I have to work on that now. Well,
cool.
All right.
Phil, thanks for being here. We'll talk
buy a
soon.
home. It'll be fun.
That's what they say. Except for your friend Lee. You should have listened to your friend Lee. Friend, Lee.
Right. Anything else?
That's all I got, dude. My brain will be back in about 2 more days, and we'll be good to roll. And Frank's gonna feel so much better soon.
I got pills. I'm good.
What hat you got on there, brother?
Go Bears.
Oh, it's an Army one. My eyeballs couldn't see it.
There's always a athletic sport being played at Army, regardless of what time of year it is.
Truth.
And my sport is coming up shortly, lacrosse. That's another story. I got to tell you that one someday.
This is Mr. Frankie Perez with his rendition of Hurt.
I heard myself today. Seems I still feel. I focus on the pain. The only thing that's real. The needle. Try to feel away, but I remember everything. What have I become? My sweetest away in the end, and you could have it all. I am higher than I will let you down. I will make you hurt. I'm working from the thorn. Open my life. Full of broken thoughts, I cannot repair. Beneath the stains of time, the feelings disappear. You are someone else. I am still right here. What have I become? My sweetest